FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
New research shows that used to be women were happier than men. They're not anymore. Men are not happier. It's just that men haven't changed, but women have. Their stress levels have actually gone up. New research shows that when men come home from work, their stress levels drop, which means we start to relax and feel happier. When women come home, their stress levels double, which means they're not happier. And they often look over at us guys who really know how to take care of ourselves. We're sitting on a couch watching TV. And it's amazing how many women think we're lazy. Now, this is a guy who'll go to work, do everything possible to support his family, care for his children, and so forth. If there's a storm outside, he runs outside to fix things. If there's a dispute with a neighbor, he'll go talk to that person. If the computer breaks, he'll sit there for 16 hours until that thing works again. Men are amazing, but yet women look at him, who's this guy who cares so much about me, but he comes home and sits on the couch? What good is he? Well, women are overwhelmed, stressing out over all the things that they have to do. And we wonder why. And you wonder why we're sitting on that couch. Well, one of those chapters, chapter 5, I think, is called A Woman's Never-Ending To-Do List. The more stress women are under, the longer that list gets. Can any women relate to having a never-ending to-do list? This list that just gets bigger and bigger. And about 20 years ago, I used to try to get men to help women complete that list, but it's never ending. So I could convince them in the beginning, okay, she's got 20 things to do, why don't you do 10 of those things? And then they'll make her happy. He says, okay, if that will make her happy, I'll take on 10 new responsibilities. And he'd do that, and by the time he'd done his 10, she had another 10 or 15. And he figures, what's the point of it? And the truth is, men are just as exhausted as women today, except men do regenerate themselves and women don't. And that's what this great new book is about, which is, I don't need to write another relationship book, except that there's all this new research explaining why men are from Mars and why women are from Venus, and we're living in a new world from when I wrote that book, with women being so much more under stress. Now, why are women more under stress? And this is an important message for men, because we'll say, what's the matter, honey? And then she'll list out 20 things. And every time she says something, in her brain would go, but not important. But not important. So don't do it. Who cares? Bonnie might say to me, look, we got to clean up the house. We've got a party. I could say, well, it's only our friends. I've learned not to say that. But another guy might say, so it's just our friends, so who cares? They've got messy houses. And she says, no, we're inviting over the new neighbors. We want to make a good impression. He says, well, they're new. We don't know if we even care about them. So men can rationalize anything if they need to rest. And that is one of the big distinctions between men and women under stress. And we're all under huge stress today. And to a great extent, when men are under stress, they become even more acutely aware of their needs, whereas women become more acutely aware of other people's needs. And so women end up feeling overwhelmed with this long list of things that has to do with making everybody else happy. And who gets at the end of that list? Her. And does she ever reach it? Not that often. And when she does, sometimes she feels guilty instead of like, gee, I need a doctor's prescription to say this should be at the front of the list. That's what this book is teaching women how to most effectively cope with stress today and understanding why women are under more stress today. Because men won't believe it. When you talk about all the things that are stressing you out, we say, hey, just sit on the couch and watch TV. What's your problem?